White guilt.
Let's talk about it. Yeah, I think, I adopted a black child, and so it has brought up a lot more awareness and fear.
Yeah.
Because he's big and he's black and there's mental health issues, so brings aggression. Like, there's just a whole
Right.
show that it's freaking me the out.
After school programs for the same thing the white kid next to him did. But that, come on, just keep it together. Your kid,
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm not sending my kid to school.
Yeah.
Period. For many different reasons, but one, he just will be treated differently, and so I'm not.
Yep.
I'm not.
Absolutely.
But then, I have the white privilege of being able to hire a special ed teacher.
Right.
To work with my child.
Yeah.
And he is he's blossoming or whatever. Like, he's doing really well, but I have the money and the resources to do that, right?
Right.
So the question is like, what? Where I go from here, what I can, my focus is really him, and he takes a lot of focus again because he's just got a lot of issues.
Yep.
So sometimes I feel guilty in the fact that, like, my focus is him.
Right.
And raising him in a really productive, healthy, happy way that does not get him shot.
Yep.
Because I think about that all the time.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like I'm doing enough, but I also feel like I don't know how much time I have. Like, there's a lot that goes on. Is like, is my son gonna think? And again, it goes back to my son because he's my son and that's my, like, focus, right?
Yeah.
But am I doing enough for him and his life? Right now, sometimes we're in crisis mode, and every day is just that day. But the thing is like, what? I don't know. I don't really think I'm doing enough as a white person to help him or you, or help, what all the stuff that we're talking about. Reading books, yes. Opening my mind, thinking about different things, being around a lot more black people. Like, it's really important for him to be around a lot more black people, so he doesn't feel like the other.
Yes.
So I can feel like the other,
Yeah.
But it still doesn't, it's not enough. And so how or what can I do? And again, it's not about me feeling like enough, but no, I don't feel like I'm doing everything that I should be doing.
That's really good. I think, let's be honest, if you're like, I'm taking care of, I adopted a black kid, I'm good. They'd be like, as soon as these cameras are off, you and me about to have some words, right?
Yeah.
Right? So I think that's a big part of it. So I think, it sounds silly, but good. The fact that you're thinking that at all,
right? That's
a big part of this being actually good, that you're in a good place, right? I think the underlying question is, what can white people do?
Yeah.
And I think the answer to that is educate yourself and try. Is that enough? Probably not. But in the same way we talked about the different ways that people want to be addressed, the things that you can do are going to be different for all of them, right? So even in the African American community, the talk of reparations is dividing.
Right.
And it's not just one way or the other. There's a whole set of middle, right? Dials, not switches. And so this idea that black people are owed a thing because of what was done to us, right? In the Monopoly game, a group of you got really far ahead. Some of you should give us some of that property and make things even Steven again. That's legit. It's a legit belief. But others are like, F you, I don't want your handouts. Like, instead, just don't make things so complicated for me. Like, I can get my own if you stop actively blocking me, right? And so you kind of have these, if we're going to split them into only two camps, you've got those two camps. Give me to make things right.
Right.
Stop blocking me and just let me do my thing, but I don't need your handouts. No one's asking for your stuff.
See, that's what I'm like, the white savior thing.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to come in and do something and then people think, well, you're being the white savior.
Right.
So I don't want that, so like what, and you know what pisses me off, and people are so nice, what people say about adopting Joey, the things we get of just about adoption and everything, but they're like, oh, you guys are just the most amazing people, and bless you for doing that. And I'm just thinking, you don't say that to a person whose biological child has issues. Bless you for taking care of your child.
Yeah,
He's
that's
my
ridiculous.
child.
That's horrible.
Right? And so I don't know if it's from he's adopted and he's got a lot of issues, or he's black and you're white and he's creating a lot of issues. So God bless you for sticking it out. Like, I don't know, but it was so...
You could have just turned him right back in, but you're just doing the Lord's work.
Like, what
is
that,
no,
right?
I'll tell you what it is. People are horrific. That's...
But this is from really nice people.
Yeah. I think there's a big part of this belief, right? The other, no matter how nice you are, sometimes you still feel that other. And I think if you have it in you, nobody wants to be racist.
Yeah.
We all have some bias because of where we are in the world. There's a great set of tests. I'm never going to remember them, find them. But there's this great bias test that measures your biases, not based on your answers, but on how long it takes you to get that answer. So in essence, it says, good, bad, black, white, and you might not put anything, right? You got to answer the questions, and so it is a number of these questions that say, this person does such and such. Are they black or white or neither, right? And so you answer these questions, and if you are primed, if I say, hey, Melissa, take this cool quiz I just found online, and you'll start taking it, be racist as If I tell you what's up, hey, I want you to take this racial bias test, like it's checking to see how racist you are, you will answer the questions right, but you will also answer them slower, just a little bit slower, because it's not your natural go-to. You'll be like, oh, is that bad? Well, I mean, of course that's not bad, right? And you'll answer correctly, but way slower. And so race, sexuality, like weight and size, wealth, and I feel like there are like 10 or 12 of them that are like, this is a bias I didn't even know, right? So I start taking that test. I took 3 of them, and I was like, you're a terrible person, and then I had to stop taking them. But I think there's this idea that all of us have some of that bias in us, and noting it, figuring out where it comes from and what to do about it is the thing that makes the big difference. So I think when we talk about what can both black people and white people, right, what can we do? I think that education piece is a big part of it. Figuring out where other people come from is a big part of it. But knowing that there is still, even in this, no one-size-fits-all answer. And so it's going to come down to the thing, right? You can say to me, as a white woman, what can I do?
Right.
And I'll give you my answer. You could even say, what can I do for you that would make you think I am doing the right thing, right? I'll have an answer. Black person standing next to me, that answer would be different, right? You're not going to please all of us, and we're not going to please all of you. But I think that if we're all trying, actively trying, and not just trying to seem like we're trying, right? I think that starts making a big difference. I mean, that's my recommendation. It's uncomfortable, but feel it, man.
Okay, so then we hear this a lot, like try. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Try. Give me 5 things.
Ooh, 5 things.
5 things.